front of the Billy, in front of the driver. And man, sit there in the road, right, wow. I'm still double.
So much NFL history has come from within the walls of Soldier Field here in Chicago. And we're happy to return to it once again in its final chapters as an NFL stadium. Today, it's an exciting battle of NFC teams between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears. Wins have eluded both of these teams through the first 4 weeks. It's an old-fashioned battle of the basement here in Week 5. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Go.
Looking to throw right away. Short pass caught by his tight end. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after it.
He made most of that one, didn't he? Give him 9 yards on that first down carry.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
18 Cardinal.
On second down, here's Barkley. Still fighting forward. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take a 6-0 lead right away. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Oh, and it's no good. So an early hiccup after the touchdown as the score will stay at 6-0. Wasn't accurate on the extra point, but he should be able to keep this between the sidelines, hopefully, as he sends this away. Luther Burden now on the return. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Ready to go.
First down, and they go right back to him. He's got him 6 yards on that carry. It's 2nd down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4.
Ready to go.
They give it to him again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Yeah, that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
All set to go now from the 35. They'll run here on first down. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
They break the huddle. It's second down now. Working from the gun, Williams. Throw caught at the 6. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears find an answer with their opening drive.
There are a couple different ways now you can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body to try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
Santos connects on the point after. And the Bears literally won up that opening touchdown drive, as they take a 7-6 lead here. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
65 catch.
Shotgun snap now to Willis. Completed over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Deputy! 19 Tiger.
Option play, they give it to Barkley. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Okay,
Ball just a yard shy of midfield, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 60 Eagles.
Here's another carry for Barkley. Has a hole left, room to run. He does it, touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a 5-point first quarter lead. Saquon Barkley the touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt a point after. And that's no good. His 2nd missed extra point of the day. So now after his 2nd missed point after the game, he's hoping to strike this one a little better as he kicks it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. And man, it's close to Loveland. And he takes it down to the 33. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Cut out left. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
On first down, they'll run. Has some room to work. And he takes this one in for a Chicago touchdown. The Bears have a single-point lead in the first. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Extra point is good by Santos. And the Bears take a slim 2-point lead. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive.
On the set.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Viking 18.
Working from the gun, it's Willis. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
Second Pirate. Ready.
3rd and long for him here. Pushes it towards his running back, but it's going to wind up incomplete. That brings up 4th down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And the end of that return, Brock, also brings us to the end of our first quarter. And before they can break the huddle, we've hit the end of our first quarter. It's an early lead for the Bears. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They'll take over here following that punt to end the first. Finds him over the middle. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell.
You know, okay, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. All right, doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. Still has some space inside the 35. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Williams. Catch made over the middle. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Such a terrific job by the receiver. You can't give that route away. You got to run a curl. And the best like curl and go, hook and go, out and up guys, Kate, they run that initial route full speed. He did. Got the defense to bite, and the play went right over his head.
Sending him on the dive. He scores. It is a Chicago touchdown. The Bears push this to an 8-point game. Well, Rocky found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns. And that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off for 6.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves.
They'll start this one out with Barkley. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Here we go. Turn 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Go.
Throwing is Willis. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
1st down, a run with Barkley. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Scott. Cougar 19.
He'll call his own number. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Eagles make it a field goal game. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Some nice field position here. Bears getting set. 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. He's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That is just a great drive start. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Another carry for it. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
Williams to throw on first. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Williams will look to throw. There's a man there. It's intercepted. The rookie from Georgia has it. And the Eagles have it as he records the first interception of his young career.
Kate, when a team spends a premium pick on the DB, in my opinion, you've got to be able to take the ball away. So many guys can run really fast, cover really well, but the difference makers find a way to create those interceptions.
Thrown on first down, Willis. That's caught by A.J. Brown. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. They're going option keeper on first and 10. And this drives him back at a field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Here's Willis. Cut for big yards on the right side. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles get some late points and the lead. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he can rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
And the pass is caught. Tack 2 more onto the score. Worked so well the first time. Hey, why not go right back to it? See if you can be successful again. They do, and they are.
And I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because you almost feel the confidence, right? Like if you get it the first time, you're almost playing with house money. Even if you fail, it's still 14 points. It's not really a failure. And if you get it, well, you gain even more confidence and make that opponent think that much more.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. First and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He surges ahead for 5. Make it second down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
He works it forward to the 43-yard line. In for the tackle, that's Lucas Van Ness. Bears trying to get everyone set. They're going quickly here.
Brings up third and 2.
3-2, Williams. That's caught for the first. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs. The Bears decide to call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. First down throw by Williams. Looking out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to find his tight end. And now they face second down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. So this is well. In the NFL, you throw in coverage too many times, there'll be more interceptions.
And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Bears trying to get everyone set. They're going quickly here. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. He's got it in the red zone. And Williams is going to get them the first down with a slide at the end of it. Timeout Chicago. It uses its second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be first down Chicago. From the red zone on first. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. And it's going to be second down. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Williams to throw. That throw behind his intended target.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Headed out right. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that brings up 4th and long. The Bears bring on Cairo Santos for the field goal. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Santos' kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
It's only 3 points, and they're going to still trail at halftime, but every little bit helps. And I'll tell you this as well. It also helps maybe later in the game. You got a 4th quarter clutch kick to have that confidence built. That's important.
So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half. First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half.
Here we go. Set. Go.
Willis looking to throw. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. Target that time, Jaden Reed. And now it's 2nd down.
Not a bad first look for him in the contest, this contest. And I love them taking a shot, Kate. It's a shame, though, because this defense will tip the cap. They played that ball better than he could.
2nd and 10. Here's Willis. And this is going to be incomplete again. The defender knocks this one away and brings up 3rd down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
Looking to throw. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
The Bears going to use their 3rd and final timeout. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. Ball on the left hash, the distance 53 yards. This will not connect. Not enough leg and too far left as well. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our 2nd half. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Project S, this ain't what you want.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Here's the one back on the handoff. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you can throw beyond the sticks, to really create some indecision now defensively.
come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Back to the well again. Makes a tackle. He's still going. Even 10-yard gain on the play. And it'll be first down Bears.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
Going to the ground again on first. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Brought down by Jahan Campbell.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Working from the gun, Williams. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be first down Chicago.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First down, Williams to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He's looking for Colston Loveland. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here's Williams again. Into a crowd, and that pass is intercepted. And this is going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
I gotta believe, Kate, his first pick of the game directly led to that one. Remember, what worked to generate that first turnover, playing things the same way, and this time, well, it wasn't just a pick. It was a pick 6.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. And finally gets one to go after a couple of misses already in this one. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Some nice field position here. Bears getting set. 1st and 10.
What is up?
Lone back gets the handoff. And he gets him around 6 there. Ivan Pace able to make the stop.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Williams set to pass. Connects on the crosser. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Dive play straight ahead. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he takes this one in for a Chicago touchdown. The Bears shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Williams has his guys set, looking to tack on 2 to that touchdown.
The Bears will line up for the
All right, they're going to throw for it. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And he gets them a fraction more breathing room out to the 3-yard line.
Those defenders, well, they're just as excited as all of us when we get to see a two-point play. It's a chance to directly keep points off the board and can energize a defense and give them that swag when the defense is stoppable.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
I should probably sign a head, boy, because I got all the heads, boy.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Ready? Ready, ready?
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts, a very minimal gain.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And that's good for a few. It brings up 3rd down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Bronco 80. Ready?
Working from the gun, it's Willis. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2, it could have gone the other way.
The Eagles are in punt formation. Oh, and it's a fake puncher with the football. And it's intercepted. The defense wasn't fooled at all.
Not every fake is destined for the highlight reel, and that one's going to probably make the low light reel. They were all over that one from the start. Picked up the targets and covered just about anywhere they threw it. An interception was possible.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Here's the handoff. On the move, past the 40. At the 20. He's at the 10. And they take this in for the score. The Bears pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive.
And that right there is why you continue to feed a running back. Definitely the most we've seen him do with any touch this game. That is exactly what the doctor ordered.
Williams and the Bears getting set to try for 2.
Bears will line up for the 2-point.
Now looking to throw. Forced that to his right. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. Okay, Brock, dialing up another 2-point call. And remember when your friends didn't have a voicemail, it would just ring and ring and ring. It's still ringing. Falls short again of reaching that end zone.
Yeah, this defense is not doing very good between the 20s or even in the red zone, but they do find a way to rise up. This is always my challenge with being super...
Finds a seam. Left side is off to the races. I don't think they're going to catch him. Touchdown. He takes the kick all the way back for 6. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
36.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
1st down, and they go right back to it. It's second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Offense to the line for second down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. That's complete. Cole Kmet. Through the middle. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears take a lead just before the end of the third. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Santos connects, down the point after. And the Bears take a slim 2-point lead. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Lucian Mann is the tight end. He's going left. He gives it Pacheco to start the drive. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Tap the 60. Tap the 60.
Shotgun snap now to Willis. Has him on the quick hitter. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Willis to the air. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. And out he goes on the final play of the quarter. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is within reach. Offense is set. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Keeps it on the option here. Only able to get back to the line on that first down play, so no gain.
Boy, is it tough to fool this defense with how well they read and react to these plays. Held that line, and the QB keeper gets knocked.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Zone read. It's Pacheco. We'll scrape together a few yards, but not much. 3rd down coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that gets a good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready.
To the air on 3rd and long. This one's caught. Smith has it.
If this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
On for the field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
Cracking for it, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one is noble, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Some nice field position here. Bears getting set. 1st and 10. There's a dive up the middle. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. It's a nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. Minute 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
A humble 5-6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
1st down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He skids down inside the 35-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
1st down, Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack draws him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this 2nd down.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
Completed over the middle. And he's taken down at the 30.
I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
5 men out in the secondary for the Eagles on 3rd down. He's back to throw. Escapes the... Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through. 4th down, that much tougher. Chicago brings out the punting unit. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco, and he has enough room to gain about 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got a home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
1st down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. So timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. About set. This is 3rd and 5.
Get it! 60 Bison! 60 Bison!
Back to throw it. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
1st down, run with Barkley. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down. It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Eagles holding just a 1-point advantage. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They go to Barkley again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
Setting up to pass. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. And really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
And that gets out of bounds down inside the 20. It looks to be at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
What is up? Here we go.
He'll look to throw it. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. And they're not going to bring him down until he reaches, looks like, the 28. Bears trying to get everyone set. They're going quickly here. Back to throw. Caught quickly on the slant. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles make the play that should win them this game.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Looks like a design run here for Willis. So the Eagles will fly out of here with their own win. And just a week after being soundly defeated, they're back out there playing a much better brand of football. Short memories prevail, Brock, as they move past that loss and get back to some winning football. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Chicago.